So obviously, Sariang, the constitution has taken over. It doesn't really take long for the issues to just kind of move to another, and all of a sudden, it's all about the constitution. We're gonna be having Madi. Yes, you know Madi, Mr. Constitution. Pasamba went out of his way. Nefumajar in the Madi. It's all good. We're also gonna be having Sid Matijao. So hopefully we will be able to have a nice conversation. I think it's gonna be nice. I mean, there's nothing about this platform. Actually, if it is nice, then that will not be for the people by the people. What do you think?
It's good. I mean, we got the CRC, which is the Constitution Review Commission of 2020,
Yes.
and now we have the BDJC 2024. So BDJC means Baro Dauda Jallo Commission 2024. So there is a difference.
Constitution.
Yes, Constitution. Yes.
2024.
Yes, 2024. We have the CRC and we have the BDJC, which is Baro Dauda Jallo Constitution. Yes. I think the problem is deeper than just compromise. I mean, there are areas, obviously, it doesn't matter. The 50+1 is absolutely, whether we have it or not, it's a vehicle that if Gambian felt that is not on the table, they can have a fallback plan. And my fallback plan that I talked about 2 weeks ago, I will dilate on that one, more. But as I said, the 2020 Constitution, which is the CRC Constitution,
yes, sir.
That was the will of the people. There was an exhaustive consultation, both at the national level and globally. They talked to Gambians based on what we've endured for 22 years. Those are ones that folks have expressed in town halls, in community meetings, and they want that to be included into the new draft constitution. Granted, the fact is, as I call it, it's a BDJC, which is Baro Dauda Jallo Constitution of 2024, right? So they went in, they watered it down, and this is the problem, and we cannot just continue being all hyped about if one event happens and the other one we wanted to massage it. That's not it. We've seen Barrow wanting to entrench himself for a very, very long time, Musa. That is just the truth, right? So the whole thing about, there are areas, even free speech, assembly, right? Where they water it down. You can go in there, assemble, and you can have your petition handed over to whoever the official, designated official. They watered that down. That is a fundamental right. Now it's gonna be over. The one that they think, sometimes they felt that folks are gonna be outraged. Folks are coming out. They wanted to put a safeguard on that way they can say, "Oh, national security, we will not have this." I don't think that is fair, and that's not what the people say. That's not what the will of the people. When they went around, they spent almost 110 or 116 million of money flying around. Then you mirrored it to what you wanted to see. That's just not what Gambians want. And I think this compromise, what do you want to compromise on? There is absolutely nothing out there that we need to even, it's not even a non-starter, right? The fact that the biggest one is the accountability and integrity part of it. We sit down here every week, corruption. All of what Gambians aspire is, if you're coming to the office, for God's sake, declare your assets. What do you have? When you're leaving, you declare what you left. It's a very standard protocol, right? Why are you afraid? Why do you have to take the whole entire thing out? And we need to compromise on that for what? And you talk about the confirmation. Yes, the president has the ability to nominate someone. He has the power to do that. But also, I think it's also good based on our political climate. Right now, it's very toxic. People who needs to be apolitical. I think I seen that confirmation process for somebody to come on the record and for the person to know that I need to execute the office of which I am privileged to lead without being somehow succumb to when you didn't work with Alawat Barrow expect he can fire you. I think there should be safeguards in place. Yes, he can, but I think based on qualification, answering the question, he should be, if he or she should be eligible for a top or down vote. If he doesn't have the vote, he doesn't need to. And I think it helps us as a country that we don't, head of the police, IG, immigration, state intelligence, even the CDS, they should understand that I am there. I am there for the people of the Gambia, not per se to the president. He's a commander. You still have to respect him, but you cannot follow laws or interference on things that are against the law. I think that's what the people of the Gambia fought for, and that's what they expressed in those town meetings. If Barrow and Daudas Jallo went and sat down and watered this down to tailor to Barrow's entrenching himself into power, I think people should be outraged. This man had, this whole thing went over his head. He went after the justice. There was separation of power. Judiciary has to come up with their own budget and submit it to the Minister of Finance. That's been in place for a very long time. Now he is saying, oh, they have to take that budget to him for him to bless. What are the separation of powers in there? So there are a lot of good, besides just, we cannot focus on the 50+1 part. There are more important fundamentals in the Constitution that were removed. And if Gambians expect that they need to go with the flow because we want change so bad, we had one change before, which is 2016, and it's not working very well. And if we're naive and go with this whole change again, I think we're shooting ourselves on the foot here. And I think everyone needs to be clear. Accusation of politics, that's besides the point. This whole thing, retroactive clause, that is besides the point. There are more important aspects. If we keep sitting here and talking about system change, what are the drivers for system change? Accountability, number one. Accountability and transparency. You have to. Don't come into office, try to enrich yourself at the detriment of the poor people. And that's what's been happening. That's been we starting and we talk. So why do we have to? 50+1 is not even, that's not very important. And the retroactive, most of the stuff.
Oh my God.
No, hold on. I'm not losing you. You signed your thought. I sat here. You gave me the floor. Let me pounce on this thing. Let me pounce it. I think there is. Oh no, we have to be honest. The 50+1, the retroactive clause. I think accountability and most of the separate, especially the local government. This man wants to demolish their local government because he's not happy with the folks that are out there. It's been independent. Let's keep it like that. Colin Powell said, keep it simple, keep it stupid. If he ain't break, don't fix it. It has been working, but because what he wants is, this is the grab. Man is entrenched. And guess what? That's why we didn't have the TRRC pass. We didn't have all these things. And the most fundamental thing, the arrest from 72 to 48, 48 to 72, he put it back to 72. Because people for 22 years, Gambians been maimed, tortured, disappeared. People don't want that anymore. They said 48 hours. If you don't have proof, leave them. Oh no, they did a backdoor deal. Again, the Barrow Dauda Jallo Constitution of 2024, without consultation, they went behind the scene and they drafted. And somehow we need to compromise because that's the very good vehicle for change. 2026. I don't buy it.
Thank you, Soldier. You know, let's agree. Let's kind of highlight what we agreed on. We agreed that the way they started the process in itself is flawed. I mean, you cannot take the people's constitution and just go and take a stab at it. I have issues with that. I have issues with this lack of consultation. I do. I have issues with some of the things that you highlighted. Working arrest of people from 48 to 72 hours. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker for me. I will not sacrifice my 2 5-year term, a term limit for the next 100 years, just because of these 48 and 72 hours. Should they have done that? No, they shouldn't. And I have issues with it, but it's not a deal breaker for me. An entire chapter on leadership was removed, yanked out, where it talks about integrity. Thank you, Aziz Bensouda. The whole chapter was yanked out about governance. I have issues with it. It's aspirational. It's not a deal breaker for me. You're right. Seriously, some of these changes were made. And you know what is sad, Sariang?